it louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud. I am ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Is that what he calls it?
What's going on, guys? Drycage, Logan JY here. We're back with some more Master Duel Drytron content. Absolutely fun stuff. I gotta show you guys this brand new pre-preparation rights Drytron build. It's pretty consistent, it's pretty strong, and it's got an insane ceiling. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and without further ado, we're gonna hop into the deck profile, which be sure to stick around till the end so you can actually see one of the most overkill replays of all time. I kid you not, we had over 10,000 life points, and we just did some crazy things. So I encourage y'all to check that out. And by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, not a high percentage of you guys who watch these videos are actually subscribed, so if you want to help support the channel, consider dropping a sub. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Alright, my friends, welcome to the deck profile for Pre-Preparation rights Drytron. I tell you what, guys, I'm sure you probably could have guessed what this deck looks like if you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player or you've played Drytron in the TCG. But if you haven't, this might be news to you, so, you know, let's go through this a little bit in depth, and again, be sure to check out the replays at the end here. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was hard to get replays for this, because not only did I lose 10 consecutive die rolls, and still won a good chunk of those matches, but I kept getting going second footage. I wanted some going first combos, but every time I was actually able to go first, people were scooping too fast, and that's because this deck is consistent and strong. So just things to be aware of. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the main deck, we got 2 copies of EVA, of course, triple alpha, double gamma, triple zeta, and double delta. You could beef up the number of names if you wanted to. I always tell people to take liberty with the amount of names that you use. The mandatory ones, though, are triple alpha, triple zeta, I think minimum 2 gamma, and then you could do 1 to 2 to 3 delta, or you could even beef up gamma to 3. It really depends on your personal preference. For me, this used to be the golden ratio. It's what we're employing in this list because it is a little heavy on the card lineup. Let's move into the other monsters, of course. In this build, I'm playing triple orange light as well, of course, to go with the 2 EVAs. Again, if in the TCG, you guys may remember, I think it was Pac who was playing somebody else deckless that played pre-preparation Drytron prior to the ban list, and they're doing 2 orange, 1 EVA. The reason why I beefed it up to 3 in this particular build is because of the prevalence of the Max C, right? Because having orange light plus fairy in hand is another way to combat the Max C. That's what we kind of want to be ready for. Now, mind you, I'm sure you can take a look at the list and see I'm not currently playing Max C, but I do have a draft where I was playing it. It's kind of finicky. You kind of got to pick your going second cards. I chose to play Twin Twisters over the Max Cs in my main board just to kind of play against those backrow decks, although combo is seeming extremely prevalent, so I could totally see myself switching that up. You know, I don't know what it was, just not run into a lot of monkeys recently. Anyway, moving on. Triple copies of Diviner, triple copies of Ash, again, another way of combating Max C in a main deck hand trap. Our ritual lineup's a little interesting here, so we got the 1 Natasha, the triple Ben 10, 1 Ida 10, and then 1 copy of Perfection. So the cool thing is if you actually get to do the full combo main combo line, which I might have shown in a separate video because we weren't able to get a good replay for it this time around. Basically, you know, the going first full ALPHA-ZETA line, maybe I think I'm going to do it in like a short video in the future, but for now, again, Ida 10 can come up in that if you don't see the pre-preparation of rights, so it's kind of in depth. How about this? We smash 100 likes, I'll be more than happy to show you the basic ALPHA-ZETA line with this particular build. But don't worry, you're going to be able to get a lot of context out of the replays themselves, and I'll explain things as we go. So the Ida 10 can be important for that purpose, but you could still, you know, cut it and end on a traditional full combo board, just not taking advantage of the Dawn of the Herald in the main combo line. It's not that big a deal. This is just like an extra negate or two. It really doesn't come down to meaning that much. Of course, we got the Herald of Perfection, you already know. Triple copies of Cyber Emergency, triple pre-preparation rights, the namesake of this particular build, triple Nova, 1 Dawn of the Herald, 1 Medionis Drytron, 2 Twins, and 2 Call-Bys, putting it at 42 cards. Do I think 42 is correct? You know, it's hard to tell. If you want to cut the Twins entirely and kind of say, you know, I don't care if I go second, I'm just going to hope I get lucky. More power to you, Chief. I like having those main decked out to the skill drains. We also have, you know, there are things you can do. You can take the precaution of playing an Axis Code in the extra deck, things of that nature to deal with it, but it's difficult to say if you're actually going to be able to out it that way. Without further ado, let's slide to the extra deck. We've got 1 copy of Ventus, 1 copy of Arclight, 1 copy of Assembled Nightingale, 1 Fuko, you know what I like to call it, 2 copies of Moy Beta Moy Beta Fafnir, 1 Downard, 1 Beatrice, 1 Zeus, 1 Linkaribo, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP, 1 Unicorn, 1 Boral Sword, and then 1 Apollosa. Again, if you want to have an additional out in the extra deck to the skill drain, you could cut the Phoenix for a Access Code Talker, because it can banish itself for cost, you know, kind of skipping the effect of skill drain. But in this particular situation, I'm keeping the Phoenix just to have more general back row forcing or removal. And of course, you can't sleep on the fact that when you summon it underneath that Link Read with that free draw is just magnificent. So anyway, guys, that's the deck profile. Again, super fun, surprisingly consistent. The only thing that sucks, I will flag it for you, is if you see pre-prep plus the Dawn of the Herald in hand. Now, there are times where you see pre-prep and regular Herald, but you can just pitch the Herald for any Drytron name and then add it back from grave and still search your Dawn of the Herald, so it's not the end of the world in that situation. So again, this is a fun build to give a try to. Again, guys, let's smash 100 likes. I'll do a really basic ALPHA-ZETA line combo with this list, and also I will promise to do the Chaos Max going second Drytron build. If you guys watch our stream, we've actually been playing it from time to time. It's a goofy list. It's definitely a goofy list. But without further ado, let's dive into some of these replays, show you guys what I mean with this deck, and yeah, without further ado, let's do it.
This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find me? If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you remember, let me down slowly. I know it all. Slowly, a little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly, let me down. Slowly, a little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. そう四角い空心の隙間埋め